Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 19th through the 25th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Happy birthday to the Sagittarius folk who are closing out Sagittarius season, the last few Sagittarius birthdays of Sagittarius season. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up here for the Sagittarius collective, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Magician. And this is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are going to come up anytime it's a significant crossroads, a new chapter. And so this is a really big energy that's not going to get wrapped up in 7 days. But the things that are happening in the next 7 days are going to be setting things in motion for you. And the Magician is very much about manifestation, creation, seeing through illusions, seeing through the smoke and mirrors, so to speak. It's also associated with Virgo and Gemini energies. So if you have Gemini or Virgo placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses and in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini or Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That could be very significant at this time in your life. But oftentimes this is very much a card about creation. So you may be seeing angel numbers. You may be seeing like spirit animal messengers that are coming in and reminding you, hey, Sagittarius, you're manifesting at a very fast rate right now. So make sure that your thoughts are focused on what you want, because your thoughts are becoming reality at a super fast pace. The next card coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Ten of Swords. Now, this is a card that scares a lot of people. And it's really not a scary card because it's letting us know some kind of karmic cycle is finally closing out. It's finally done. And that we're going to be freed from a situation that maybe has had a lot of power over us for a long time. This is a card that could indicate, being able to break free from a karmic connection. This is a card that can indicate coming into sobriety, like permanent sobriety, if you've been struggling with that. Now, Magician and the Ten of Swords coming in together give me a feeling in the sense that for some of you, there's like this very miraculous door that's opening, that's getting you or giving you what you need to get out of a very discouraging or hopeless situation. So in other words, it may feel a little bit hopeless. It may feel like you're kind of stuck in a situation, or you don't know how you're going to get out of it. And then all of a sudden your angels and guides are, opening up a door, something that you hadn't considered or something that you didn't see coming, even if you're an intuitive person. So Magician and Ten of Swords coming in together give me a feeling in the sense of like a lifeboat, like a little lifeboat is coming your way for you to hop on and to be free of something that's been plaguing you or weighing you down or stressing you out for a long time. The next card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups can be water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign energy. If you have water sign placements, you may be focusing on those houses or areas of your life, like getting them organized, getting your ducks in a row, so to speak. Queen of Cups for me in a reading says that this is a time that emotional self-care is really crucial for you right now. Emotional self-care is going to be really important to you succeeding in the things that you're working on, the things that you're trying to make happen. And so there's this sense or this feeling of there might be things that are coming to the surface right now, and it's important for you to not only let yourself feel these feelings and get them out of your system, but to give yourself the appropriate aftercare, like emotional aftercare. So let's say you let out anger or sadness or processing, letting go of somebody or something. You have to give yourself something that's going to fill up your cup, something that's going to soothe you and comfort you in a healthy, productive way. Maybe it's taking a bubble bath or a nice shower. Maybe it's doing some aromatherapy or listening to some music that is soothing and lifting up your spirit, having a nice hot cup of tea or a bowl of soup, wrapping yourself up in a blanket and cuddling and, cuddling up in a blanket and like watching movies or things that inspire you or cheer you up, doing something artistic or creative, doing some gardening, going for a hike. I mean, there's a million different ways that you could do something that soothes and comforts you. And so it's going to be really important that you're coming into this soothing and comforting energy, because what you're doing, Sagittarius, right now is you're turning it around from being in situations where your feelings don't matter. Maybe you feel like people treat you like you're just titanium, or like you're just this rock, and you don't have feelings, or they don't take your feelings into consideration. And so you're going to break that agreement by making your feelings a priority. Because if you're treating your feelings and your comfort as like an inconvenience, well, unfortunately, then we're going to attract people into our life who treat our feelings as being inconvenient. But this is something, Sagittarius, that you're shifting, you're breaking out of. And so you're changing the relationship you have with your feelings, and this is improving the relationship that you're going to have with others, whether it's in work situations or friendships or love life or family. People are going to learn that your feelings matter. Your needs matter, because that's the way you're treating yourself. That's the relationship that you have with yourself. Um I'm going to say this, Sagittarius. I feel some of you are in a situation where you've been giving someone or something the benefit of the doubt. And you haven't wanted to take action, or you're telling yourself, maybe it's not what it looks like, or I don't want to be judgmental in the situation. I feel for some of you, there's something being dropped in your lap that is just like clear as day, clear as crystal. There's absolutely positively no other explanation. Like, it's just right there, very clear what the situation is, and the people involved or the person involved is not going to be able to backtrack out of it. They're not going to be able to come up with excuses or to explain it away, because it's so apparent, it's so obvious. And I feel like your angels and guides are giving this to you as a gift, so that you stop making sacrifices that are not worth your while, or you stop staying in a situation that's preventing you from growing because you feel bad for somebody else, or you have this misplaced sense of loyalty. I feel like a truth is being revealed so that you finally turn your back on someone or something that you haven't been, because you've been giving it the benefit of the doubt. And so it's going to be very clear to you, don't give your loyalty to this situation. Don't give your time to this situation. Focus on you. Put this energy into you. This is about your feelings. Sagittarius, some of you are dealing with someone that you see as very tormented. It could be in a work situation, and some of you might say, well, that's not, I don't see how that would be in a work situation. Yes, it can be a work situation. I've been in work situations where I got really close to certain bosses and I wanted to quit, and it was really toxic, but I felt really bad for that boss, and I saw everything they were going through, and I, from this misplaced sense of loyalty in my younger years, felt like I had to help. um some of you might be in a situation where you're seeing somebody is very tormented, but you're not realizing the damage that it's doing to you as you're trying to hold space or improve the situation, or fix it. And it's like this person might do something or say something that hurts your feelings or offends you, but then, they're like, reacting about that or feeling bad about that. And you're thinking, oh, well, they're trying to do their work, or they don't know and they're lost, and you're trying to be there for them or fix the situation, and you think you're being the bigger person, but it's a terrible situation. It's as if somebody comes up to you and wounds you, and you're bleeding, and they're freaking out about, oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible person that I hurt you, and they're going hysterical, and then you're trying to calm them down and reassure them instead of taking care of the fact that you're bleeding. How does that make sense? So some of you have been in this kind of situation, and of course I'm speaking figuratively, symbolically. But a truth is being revealed so that you don't do this anymore, so that you free yourself and focus on yourself and do what you need to do for you. The next card coming up here for the Sagittarius collective, look at this. This is the World. So for some of you, this is a situation where you've come in and out of it. You've come in and out of it. Maybe it's a job you leave and keep going back. It's a living arrangement. You keep moving out and then you get sucked back in and you end up living there again. It's a relationship that's been on again, off again. The World card is telling us this is it. This is done. You're never going to have to repeat this again. This is the final breakaway. This is the final cord cutting. This is the final, moving on. You're not going to come back to the situation again. You're not going to repeat it because this time you've learned what you needed to learn. There's also a sense in the World energy of being seen, being celebrated. So this could be also a situation where you're not getting enough credit. You're not getting the appropriate credit. And now the World card is telling us you're coming into a situation where you are going to have credit. You're going to receive the credit that you deserve. You're going to receive the praise that you deserve, the acknowledgement that you deserve. If you are a Sagittarius that is changing jobs, like maybe you're leaving a job because a new job offer is coming in, I feel like there's going to be a significant wait time from the job you're leaving to the job you're going into. And some of you just kind of might decide to either just leave on the spot and say something else came in and take that time off to rest, or you might give it 2 weeks or a 1 week or whatever, but you might decide that you don't want to stay there until right before the start date of this other opportunity, because I feel like there's going to be some in between time, and I feel like you're taking that in between time to really just kind of rest, to really kind of rest and recharge your battery, and just kind of take care of you and give yourself some good self-care. But this is done, and it's not going to have to be repeated. You might want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, if this is neither. Sometimes your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a link in the description that will take you to the scheduling page. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. There's also a link that will take you to the playlist for the weekly forecasts if you want to check those out. And there's a link in the description to take you to the love readings and the 2023 forecasts as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.